Hello everyone, this is Arnaud Delapierre. Today, I'm offering you a topic that interests a lot of trading enthusiasts. The secrets of pro traders, what they operate differently. We are going to decipher the principles that characterize these experts and allow them to achieve convincing performances in the markets. I aim for a concrete and enriching exchange, as I have observed these practices in professionals who work daily. I hope that are you ready? Because this program will offer you concrete lessons, easy to apply if you want to push your results even higher. Get comfortable. Let's go. To begin with, it is important to emphasize the impact of psychology in trading. Experienced traders know that managing their emotions is crucial to limiting mistakes and keeping a cool head even in the face of intense volatility. They base their decisions on clear logic, anticipating both risks and opportunities. By keeping a well-defined plan, they avoid the pitfalls of stress and improvisation. In this journey, self-confidence is, I think, crucial, but it must remain measured to not tip into excess. It's a truly delicate balance that requires self-work and awareness. Constant. Risk management is another major pillar. Professionals always define the amount they are willing to risk, even before clicking the buy or sell button. They never bet their entire capital on a single position. Never. Prefer to segment their investments to avoid an unfavorable market move, for example, that would swallow all their money. This rigor also applies to the placement of stop loss, an invisible but essential tool to protect oneself from unexpected movement. Vigilance and the ability to follow one's own rules form a real barrier against losses. Strict. Before continuing, I would like to tell you about a resource that can greatly help you refine your decisions. It's the Notrade app, available on iOS and Android. It is completely free and offers very precise trading signals based on advanced algorithms with AI. With Notrade, you can receive alerts on specific opportunities while customizing various settings to better match your style. It can be crypto or the stock market. Its simple and clean interface makes it accessible to everyone, and its reliability is appreciated by many users. Don't hesitate to give it a try. Sometimes a single good signal makes all the difference. Let's now return to the strategic approaches adopted by traders who eventually succeed in standing out. They do not rely on just one technical indicator. They often cross-check multiple pieces of information to confirm a signal. For example, an expert may look at both long-term trends and short-term volatility to identify a wise entry point. This methodology makes it possible to pinpoint the best timing and to avoid jumping into a market too early, actually. Each decision is built on a range of indicators, reducing the unknowns and significantly increasing success over the long term. Time management is also a, determining factor. Professionals plan their positions according to specific time slots. Whether it is day trading or swing trading, they study the hours of high liquidity and adjust their trade accordingly. This allows them to optimize the probability of sufficient volume to achieve their goal. Furthermore, they monitor economic news to detect potential elements that might affect prices. This constant vigilance ensures better responsiveness, as the slightest news can reverse a trend. Thus, they are ready to adapt their strategy instantly without panicking. Another characteristic trait of experienced traders is their self-demand. They insist on documenting their trades, analyzing their successes and failures to improve. And sometimes you see YouTubers in this area because it helps them. Rather than blaming chance, they seek to understand the specific reasons that led to a positive or negative result. This approach fosters continuous improvement of the technique. It helps to identify recurring flaws in their way of planning or executing a transaction. Over time, this process of self-questioning gives them a certain clarity and strengthens their adaptability on each trade. They also give great importance to the coherence between their trading style and their personality. Some enjoy scalping for the fast-paced dynamics, while others prefer following longer trends. The idea is to find a mechanism suited to their risk tolerance and time constraints. A trader who likes to act quickly will benefit from opting for reactive strategies, while a more patient profile will lean towards longer-term positions held over several days. This harmony between psychological profile and employed method avoids unnecessary tension and promotes perseverance in the face of unforeseen events. The pros also know surround themselves with diverse information to detect advanced signals. They often combine technical analysis with fundamental data, like interest rate developments, corporate rates, or the Consumer Confidence Index, for example. These elements provide them with a broader context and reduce uncertainty when entering the market. Instead of considering the chart alone, they also take news, political decisions, or sectoral innovation into account. This comprehensive approach allows them to build a more nuanced vision, thus avoiding a perhaps too hasty decision that would not take ultimately only considers one perspective. A crucial point also concerns the strict adherence to a trading plan. Professionals often write down their entry and exit rules to avoid acting under market pressure. Once the criteria are met, they execute their order without hesitation and cut quickly if they see that the setup no longer meets their conditions. This discipline protects their capital because they do not let emotion take over. They know why they entered the market. Sometimes it is wiser to exit with a small loss rather than staying in a doubtful position. They prefer to reinvest in another move as soon as a setup looks promising. Group dynamics can also play a role. Many seasoned traders discuss and exchange with peers, to broaden their perspectives. They do not blindly follow others' opinions, but see these exchanges as an opportunity to spot possible additional information. This open-mindedness sometimes leads them to discover clues they wouldn't have seen alone. This is often found, by the way, on the Notrade app in the chat. By sharing their thoughts, they compare their reasoning with that of other enthusiasts, which can strengthen their convictions or indicate an inconsistency. Overall, this reasoned interaction helps them progress faster and refine their understanding of the markets. There is also the issue of the relationship with money. The professionals handle their profits and losses with pragmatism, without triumphalism or lamentations. They do not increase their position recklessly after a significant gain, and do not try to recover immediately after a series of losses. This emotional stability allows them to remain focused on the quality of each trade. They see each transaction as a more or less high probability of success and not as a matter of ego. This reflex prevents them from making mistakes driven by revenge or overconfidence. Another rather notable parameter is consistency. Experienced traders prioritize perseverance in the long term rather than the occasional spectacular successes. They meticulously repeat their routine, ensuring they observe the markets at set times and adhere to the same checklists for each new trade. It is with this attention, by consistently applying tested methods, they manage to smooth out their performance curve. Rather than spreading themselves thin, they stick to a proven model and gradually refine it based on results. This rigorous approach ensures them consistency, rather appreciable, even when volatility starts to increase or decrease. At this stage, it is important to remember that continuous training is part of the daily routine of these experts. They remain on the lookout for financial news, regulatory changes, and information sources credible. By staying informed, they can anticipate trends or reforms likely to influence their position. Some read in-depth analyses, others attend conferences or watch specialized webinars. This thirst for learning gives them an advantage to adjust their methods and consolidate their knowledge. They understand that the market is constantly evolving and that one must be ready to adapt strategies to remain effective in the market. We are reaching the end of this presentation on the secrets of pro traders, what they do differently. I hope these points will provide you with concrete ways to improve your own trading, whether it be on a psychological, strategic, or practical level. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give a thumbs up. It really helps to keep sharing this type of analysis and content. Thank you for listening, and please feel free to share your thoughts and questions in the comments. See you soon for more enriching content.